Gunslinger Posse, wherever you are. This is Branded for February 21st, 2024, live from the Freeman Coliseum for the 75th anniversary of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. He's Tom Manas, head coach and general manager of the San Antonio Gunslingers. I'm Ralph Judkins saying, let's go.
Let's go. I love it.
Very, very quickly here.
You hear all that noise in the back. We're right in the arena. Well, actually in the concourse of the arena, so we'll try to talk over it as best we can. But
come out and see us.
Come out. Yep.
And we'd like to hear from you. Tell us where you're from. If you've got a question for Coach, put a Q in front of your comments so we know. If you're a player, chime in with your name, position, and hometown.
Right. Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
We get set to roll. That's pretty much it. Anything before we go to the first quarter, Coach?
Yeah. I mean, looking forward to it. Let's have a good show tonight.
All right, we already got the glitches out of the way. We're live from the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, and this is Branded on the Road.
How does a site work company with nearly 50 years of success maintain growth and integrity? It's simple. We employ strong leaders who ensure that each project is executed with teamwork and dedication. At Chapman Brothers, we believe in fostering innovation while upholding our unwavering commitment to quality. Join us as a manager, estimator, or supervisor and become a driving force behind our legacy. Apply now to be part of a company that values both its history and the path ahead. Chapman Brothers, where growth and integrity meet excellence.
Don't get left in the dark again. John Wayne has a full warehouse of standby generators ready for immediate installation. We'll keep the lights on, we'll keep your appliances running, even if you lose power. Call or text John Wayne today and don't pay anything until December 2024.
Spriester, Jimenez, Kasky, Ramirez.
Cars ramming into DPS troopers.
I do the behind the kitchen door.
Hear about the video of your DWI arrest?
Expect more at 10.
Tonight on the Night Beat.
Night on the Night Beat.
The Night Beat.
2023 has been a landmark year for the Indoor Football League. Our 15th season saw tremendous growth, both on and off the field. Bold steps towards a bright future, cutting-edge fan engagement, and powerful new partnerships. And we're just getting started. There will be more in 2024. Calculated growth, strong franchises, and the best indoor football on the planet. The IFL.
And welcome back to Branded live from the Freeman Coliseum.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess what we need to do is first talk about what is new in Gunslinger Nation, as it's been 2 weeks. We were off for Valentine's Day.
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, the little break we had, I kind of liked it, to be honest with you. It was a nice break. Got to do a lot more work in the office instead of show prep and some other things. So I enjoyed that, but missed everybody as well, and glad we're back here now, tonight at the Freeman at the rodeo. But at the end of the day, the biggest part of Gunslinger Nation or Gunslinger football right now is we're so close to camp that most of the hay's in the barn already. And now it's just doing the finite things to make things better. Still looking at a couple players, and I'm excited about that. If we're able to land one of these young men, it would be a tremendous asset to the team. If we're able to land two of these players to the team, it would be absolutely fantastic. I've made the roster available. We're allowed 40. I've got the roster settled right now at 38. So contract offers are out. We could fill them hopefully by tomorrow.
Now, I'm assuming you can't tell us anything about the names of the individuals you're talking about?
I'll tell you this much. One would be a legend. He's kind of a legend in indoor football and also outdoor football, and has played in, the leagues, the spring leagues, we'll say, and made teams, and is very successful at what he does and has a great reputation in indoor football. The other one's pure pedigree NFL, and he would come in, and I'm very confident he'd come in and dominate at his position. So again,
you'll just have to stay tuned and find out, folks.
Yeah, and I mean, if it happens, you'll see the announcements on our social media, and just all I can say is stay tuned.
You'll hear the crying and wailing and complaining.
Oh yeah, you'll hear the complaining as we live rent-free in a bunch of heads. Yes.
Well, we did actually get some other news. Speaking of transactions, there was a lot of rumors swirling about why the IFL's transaction page had been frozen for a period of time, that nothing was going on, even though we knew things were going on. And the rumor mill was working overtime, grinding out some grist as to why that was happening. And last week, we got the official word. And this week, we got an official tweet, I think it was, official communication on social media.
Oh, you mean from the commissioner?
Right.
Yeah, and
well, that's pretty official.
Okay, so yeah, right. Good point. No, what happened was this. Okay, so I call it lazy recruiting. All right. And I'm not saying it was just the AFL. It was the UFL. It was, whatever initial league you want to use. And what they do is they use our transaction reports, and they check rosters, and they say, hey, this guy wasn't on their radar. He must be pretty good. He's on their radar, and they get pretty good players. Let's contact them. And then they give them the speech that is, there's no repercussions. You don't have to worry about anything, right?
And we're going to pay you a lot.
And we're going to pay you a lot of money. Right. Anyway, God bless them.
And we covered this several shows ago.
I
mean, two locations ago. And the only thing I had to say was,
but Ralph,
confirmed assets.
Yeah, but you're missing the real key to this thing.
I'm always.
Yes, you are. No, there's repercussions that come with this. Okay, so if you sign a contract with an IFL football team, and then you turn around and sign a contract with an AFL football team, and for whatever reason it doesn't work out, you cannot come back to the IFL for 1 year, the season. You're suspended the entire season, which means you're going to probably play in another league that has really another set of initials that's not very good football. Okay. Or doesn't pay you as much, or whatever the circumstances are. If
pays you
the
in
thing
pizza.
the thing that got so kind of crazy is I was reading some of these replies online, and the people were coming back and saying stuff like, the IFL's so weak, why are you doing that? And it doesn't, like, we want your guys. Yeah, you do. It's obvious you do, because we signed guys early and we lost guys. We have only lost one legitimately to another team, and the other two, I don't know, may have made the team, may not have made the team, but it wasn't like, okay, we're, tried to trade them first, and then if couldn't trade them, just, okay, we'll see ya. And then they end up, going wherever they're going to go. But I think that greener pastures line, Right. If you're always looking for greener pastures, you're going to just be walking around a lot. we offer a pretty good, we offer a very good special place to come and play football. If you don't see the value in it, we don't want you. So have at it.
That's what the show has been for, Coach, is to tell people what's here, talking about facilities, talking about other players and the coaches.
Yeah.
You'll be the players you're playing with, the coaches you're coaching for, and the attitude that they have here, and what we're trying to do. This isn't about, we're gonna go 500. This isn't about we're gonna do things and see how it goes.
Right.
No. That's not what this is about at all. And players know and players talk.
I agree 100%. I mean, I was explaining something to DJ's mom was here, or she's here, and we were talking about how it would work with, like through the season. And I said, well, in a perfect season, we're looking at having not only an enjoyable experience for the next 5.5 months, but we're also looking at sharing in the wealth of winning together. So you can have fun and you can win, and you can like your owners, and you can like where you live, and you can like your food, and you can like your training center,
you can like where you
like
sleep.
all the sleep. Yeah, you can like all that. It's possible. It's just, it seems like no other team has ever put that together inclusively. It's always like, well, we got great hotel, but we have crappy food.
Not so
we
much
got
that.
crappy food, but we got great weight room. We got a great weight room, but our locker room sucks.
It's like we got 8 things that you want.
Right.
Pick 5.
Well, we've made a point of making sure that every one of those boxes are checked, because, like I tell the guys, I'm going to give you an NFL experience. It may not have the NFL budget, but you're going to get the experience of playing professional football at this level. So, I hope guys remember that. I would say that everybody is saying that because they're calling us up. I get calls every day. Coach, I can't wait to come. Coach, I can't wait to be there. Coach, I'm driving 25 hours for camp. Yeah. John Judd just reached out to me. We had a conversation today. And it's things like that that make you feel good about the team you put together. And are we going to hit a home run on character across the board? I hope so. But if not, that's what cuts are for.
Right.
So we want to make sure that everybody we surround everybody with has that opportunity. So
now, since you mentioned cuts, it's a little early because camp hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
But you've told me, I don't know if you're willing to share this now, that there is always a cut that happens early, and it's always for the same reason. Do you want to get into that at all?
Well, it's self-inflicted.
Right, that one.
So it's someone always gets bloody. The first guy through the door gets bloody, right? That's an old military term when you're going to breach something. But if you're breaching something for the good of it, that's one thing. If you breach a door because you just don't know how to behave, that's another thing. I've never been on a football team where after 2 or 3 days we haven't let someone go for some foolishness. I tell the guys this: don't come in and cut yourselves. Please just don't come in and cut yourselves. Give yourself an opportunity to be the best version of yourself every single time. And if you're going to be the best version of yourself, don't come in and do something haphazardly or silly. Like we have a very, very strict drug and alcohol policy. You want to test it?
Yeah, try us.
Try it.
Yeah.
You know what? There's 1,000 guys waiting for a phone call. And I don't care who you are, right? So that's the thing, is that we're confident enough to create an environment that's not going to get pierced with stupidity. So,
and you got to remember who they're coming to work for. John Wayne Service Company has contracts in place to do that kind of testing. On every employee that they send out into somebody else's house. So it's not like there isn't a budget for it.
Oh, and here's the thing, okay? Look, if it was a legal thing, then we would still probably not allow it during football season, right?
Right.
We retain that right because we are your employer. Listen, I could never figure this out. I could never, ever figure this out. How guys will smoke weed before a game, which mellows you out to the point where you're not your best version of you, of aggressiveness, because it takes the edge off of the aggressiveness. And I could never figure that out. And I remember talking to a couple players in other states, and I said, why don't you guys just smoke after the game? When you get done, go find a place and do your thing and do your recovery with marijuana. I get the recovery side of it. It's not legal in Texas, period. So if you break the law, you're going to get cut. How's that for simple? I don't even have to have a rule.
Right.
But if, and the other thing goes to your health care. The first thing they do is a toxology.
Yep.
And if they figure out that you've got, all these things going on in your body, it's going to null and void your health care.
Right.
So, again, it's going to be hard enough cutting or trading or helping guys get to other teams. Don't make it easy on yourself or hard on yourself and be the first one through the door. But I guarantee you some knucklehead is going to think they're smarter than we are, and, that's going to be the end of it. And I hope not. I hope we did really well in our recruiting and that we'd know better.
And we have a bunch of captains and been there, done that, and work for you that hopefully they'll be able to get to them soon enough. And we're going to bring on one of those real soon here at the end of this quarter. DJ Myers is waiting in the wings. Where is DJ? To find DJ.
We'll
get DJ over here. Oh, yep. We've got his agent tracking him down.
His mama.
Yeah, mom's here. Mom's here as well.
Yeah.
And I guess we will, with anything else, I guess we'll leave that as the final word that if you're not going to listen to Coach, you need to listen to your captains. If you're not going to listen to your captains.
Well, first of all, if you're not going to listen to your coach, don't come.
You're right.
We don't even have to go past that. So, we're going to make sure that we have everybody in place. And I think we have a group of guys that are smart enough to understand that no one is greater than the whole, right?
Yep.
So, all right.
Well, let's get to that.
Let's take a break, and we'll bring DJ on.
You're watching Branded live from the Freeman Coliseum in the 75th running of the San Antonio Rodeo and Stock Show.
Quality. Here at John Wayne, it's not just a word, it's our foundation. From the people we employ, to the service that's provided, to the equipment that we design and install, quality matters. For nearly 20 years, providing quality Texas comfort to the San Antonio area communities has been our highest priority. For quality you can count on, call John Wayne today.
It's so easy to love Pick and Pull. Why? How about the largest inventory in South Texas? How about the ease of finding your part with our interchange and real-time inventory search at pickandpullsa.com? How about an organized yard and maps to find your parts, plus a shuttle? At Pick and Pull, we make it easy to save money on the quality used auto parts you need at a price you can afford.
More to pick, less pull from your budget. Now that's Pick and Pull.
Hi, this is head coach Tom Manassa of the San Antonio Gunslingers. I'll tell you what, right now is the best time in the world to buy your season tickets. 2024 is going to be historic for $9, starting at $9 a month. How can you beat that? Can you believe it? $9. Don't make me come down there and send you off to the train station.
I have to talk loud. We can hear you.
Yeah, and now everyone can hear you. Welcome back to the second quarter of the Freeman Coliseum, and now stuck.
Wait.
Freeman Coliseum. Yes, thank you. What? It's the Freeman Coliseum.
No, we came
on hot. That is where we are.
We came on hot.
Well, it's because he was talking.
Okay, he gets it.
Yeah.
We do checks for every time.
Every time something goofs up. No. Every time something, not necessarily Ralph.
Every time Ralph screws up.
He likes to be organized, Ralph.
We're at Branded. It's the second quarter, and this is DJ Myers. DJ, welcome to the show.
Thanks,
again.
buddy.
We've had your remote, and now we've got you under the glaring lights of the camera.
Absolutely.
Welcome to San Antonio. It's not like it's a far trip coming down from Austin. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here, man. I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, Coach brought you here. I'm just the technical guy.
Yeah.
He did bring me here. That is facts.
All right. So one of the things, this week I put out something on our group chat that I wanted to take a moment and talk to all the players individually to call me up. Let's have a quick conversation. Tell me if you got questions. If you want to talk football, tell me how life's going. We got Sam back home getting ready for the baby to come any second. Things like that. Just how's life, right? So I knew you were coming in, so we kind of saved our conversation for today. And then one of the things I wanted to ask you is, you and I are countdown guys, right? So we're counting down how we're getting close to camp. So what's your expectation on getting to camp? Like from now until the day you report, what's your process? Mentally, physically, personally, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Well, I hope the team expectation is that everybody individually is taking this extremely serious and understands that the opportunity at hand. And they're getting ready to embark on this journey that we're getting ready to take, and they're preparing as professionals at the highest level. And that's what I can expect of my teammates, to show up ready, not to get here and try to get ready. We all know the saying, stay ready so you don't got to get ready, right, Ralph? So that's how I am. I'm the same way. I'm going into my 5th year as a pro, and I credit a lot of that to how I prepare in the off season. And how I've been preparing is, on top of being a sports performance trainer, where I'm in the gym anyways, Monday to Friday, training multiple kids ages 7 to 18. I am also training myself in the morning multiple times a week, just staying ready, getting ready for everything that my body has to undergo. Running routes 2-3 times a week, as well as outdoor routes and indoor routes, just staying sharp on the game and preparing to be the best athlete that I can be for the gunslingers, and to be the best leader that I can be for the guys that are coming in, whether you're a rookie or a vet. We got to lead by example, and I hope that everybody out there that has an opportunity to be a gunslinger is understanding that this is the best opportunity in the country, and you're in the best environment, and you're going to have the best leaders around you. So let's be ready to go.
And on that, the caveat to that is, we believe we built something really special here, which makes it doubly hard to stay here. And I explain that to guys all the time. And you've been in competitive situations where, despite the initials of the league or whatever, there's no expectation I'm coming in, I'm making the team, right? I have to come in and earn my spot. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's you, Sam, whoever. You got to come in and be prepared to perform and to do your job. I tell these kids all the time, you want to be here. You're calling me to be here, or we're calling you to be here. But understand, we set such high expectations that you have to live under. I've had guys call me up in the last week that said, hey, Coach, can you trade me? Good guys, crazy. But I just can't compete. I'm not going to try to compete because of entitlement that they've had in their career. The guys we have are dogs, and they're hungry, right? And they're going to want to keep playing. Every one of them's got a story. Sam's got a story. You got a story.
Yes, sir.
I got a story. Ralph probably has a story we can't tell on TV. But we got all these different things, right? I mean, but we all have stories that we had to go through adversity to get to where we're going. But just getting through adversity doesn't guarantee you a position. You're right. It's that hard work, constant effort, all those things that got to come in place. We talked about this. 15 people off of our roster who are exceptional athletes from around the country are going to not be gunslingers this year. The worst thing in the world to say out loud, but it sure the hell beats bringing in 15 guys you're glad to get rid of, right? This way we can help the guys that don't make the gunslingers maybe find a spot someplace else, do the things, if they give us the effort and they compete along the way. That way no one goes home. Everyone has a job at the end of the day. So, you've seen our schedule. We're in the West, obviously. Tough conference. Toughest conference out of both of them, East and the West. You've seen our dates. You've seen our timings. You've seen our bye weeks. How would you as a captain keep the team going in periods of time where at one stretch with the playoffs we would play 12 consecutive games before a championship?
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is that we're going to find out what we're made of in the month of April. I mean, we got 5 games to play in April.
Correct.
And we survived that, depending on how that turns out, and I'm expecting to turn out exceptionally. it's going to set the tone for the rest of the season. But going off of what you were saying before that, Coach, about 15 guys got to go. I mean, we got 40 dogs coming into camp,
right?
But we only got 25 bones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
And that's the bottom line. I mean, 40 guys are worthy of being gunslingers,
yep.
But only 25 can eat, and 21 are going to dress on game day. And we're going to make sure that those are the 25 to 21 are the best arena football players in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so grateful to be a part of that. And I have to prove that too. I mean, I'm not above that. I have to come to camp and I have to show you that I am who I say I am. I'm the man who you signed.
Yep.
And if I'm not, then I won't be one of those 21 to 25. And
right.
I don't expect that not to be the case because, you know,
that wouldn't be your
that
style.
Would not look
Yeah.
good. That would not look good, y'all.
But check out this, right? So we won't say who. We have a mutual friend and a player who we really want to come here right now, right? And I had conversations with him the last couple of days, and he's in the process of making the decision, which is best for his family and best for him. That's a guy that when you bring in, your expectation is he's already made the roster, he's going to be a high performer, he's going to be a first-team all-conference or, first-team all-star. That's the expectation. The rest of it, aside from my expectation, is up to him, right? And it's up to you, and it's up to Sam, and it's up to Cornelius Lewis, and it's up to those guys that want to maintain that status of continually not only leading men, but leading by example.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I had a pretty in-depth conversation with your mom earlier, and we were talking about the whole team concept of being a captain. And I said, let me put it to you how I treat captains. How me personally, when I have control of football operations, which I'm going to do here. When we win our rings, I'm going to hand Don Rackler his ring, James Stubing his ring, and they're going to hand me my ring. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hand all of our coaches their rings. And then I'm going to have the coaches turn around and hand all the captains the rings to give out to the players. Okay? Because in that process of leadership, if we do what we're supposed to do, that's how it should look. That's exactly how it should look. We all are MVPs. We all are all-stars. We all are all those great things. And that comes through humility and leadership and making a point of letting people know that I couldn't do it without you. You couldn't do it without Ralph. Ralph couldn't do it without James. James couldn't do it without Don. And if we all lean on each other that way and are comfortable with that, I'll tell you what, no one will beat you. I'm not saying build, hey, look, I put it out there all the time, and I know it pisses people off, but I'm not talking about just coming here and trying to win one. No, I'm talking about coming here and trying to build something that people can't figure out how to knock down.
A dynasty.
That's
right?
a good word.
You win one,
sir.
You're lucky.
Right.
You didn't get the injuries. You
Yeah,
traveled
you
okay. No hiccups. You win 2, you're pretty good. You win 3, you're a legend. Now you can start calling yourself a dynasty. I'm not in any position at all to say that, but what I am in position to say is if you don't prepare your field for the rain, all you're going to have is mud. So we're preparing our field accordingly that we're going to build a championship culture here. That's why when DJ and I talk not only about today, we talk about years down the road. Hey, I want you to coach with me. I want to help you learn the coaching game. I want to help you get your coordinator job. I want to help you get your head coaching job. I want to do all those things because I want the rewards not just to be today. I want the rewards to be over time.
Absolutely.
And he's the guy. I mean, who else can be? He'd be a fantastic coach when he's ready, right? But we all have a shelf life.
I only need to qualify that as football coach when he's ready because he's already a fantastic coach in his job as a conditioning and trainer.
Well,
he already has the fundamental leadership, basic, but person-to-person down.
Here's the thing. Here's the weird thing because we all transition from a coaching or from another life, either player, accountant, whatever, to a coach, right? And what guys don't understand in this generation is when I got my first gig, my first job, coaching job, paid $5,000 for the year.
Yep.
And it wasn't that long ago. Well, it was, kind of long ago, but it wasn't to the fact where
It seems like
I
yesterday.
had 2 kids and a mortgage, and I couldn't figure out how to make this work. And if it wasn't for Miss Susan or, the people in your life, it's not going to happen. My first coaching job centered a lot around being a drill coach at practice, fetching coffee, making copies of playbooks, cutting film, doing all that. And I did it gladly because the guys that were mentoring me were NFL Hall of Fame guys. He does the same thing, and he comes in his first coaching. Ask Jay Rich what his first year coaching with me was. Oh my God.
Well, I've already been told about this.
Shout out Jay Rich.
And an alpha male personality, having to do those things, but paying your dues along the way.
But
and
that's
what
what
I
it
love
is. It's
about
paying the
right,
dues.
right. And DJ's the kind of guy.
You need me to
that
carry your
will
bags,
do that.
Coach? Fine,
no,
I'll carry the bags.
No, it's not like that. It's not servitude.
No, you told me about that, though, that you had to go through that.
Oh, yeah.
And you wouldn't ask anyone to do
Right.
anything that you personally hadn't done.
Yep. Oh, there's way more than that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Booking tea times for your head coach, picking the ball out of the cup.
Yeah, okay.
Because they don't want to bend over.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Because they have injuries that hurt them to do so?
But anyway, so sorry, I didn't mean to go off on that.
No
but
worries,
I'm a big
No, it's
fan.
important.
I know.
Coach,
I know,
this
Coach.
is important stuff.
All right, but the schedule that we
Yes, sir.
have.
Yes, sir.
Let's be real. Okay, you're right. It's a mindset.
It is.
Embrace the suck.
It
right?
is.
Embrace the soreness. Embrace the practices. Embrace all that. I go back to Belichick when he won the Super Bowl ring and he didn't put the championship on it. He put the practice days.
Yeah, the number of days, right.
Number of days they practice. Because he truly believed that's what got that. As a leader, when you're in those parts, you're going to get highs and lows. It's easy to handle the highs.
Right.
We just won on Saturday. How do you handle the low when the training room's got 8 guys in it on a Tuesday?
Listen, man, I always say pressure is a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. And when you play a game on Monday night and then you got to play on Saturday night, and think about it. We're playing Monday night.
Right, I was going to ask you about that.
We're flying out.
First and 6th.
We're flying out
Yeah.
Tuesday.
games.
So
Yeah.
we play Monday night in San Diego. We fly out, who knows, the next morning, Tuesday morning.
Tuesday at 10 o'clock. We
Tuesday
get
at
dinner
10 o'clock.
At 4 in the afternoon.
Tuesday at 10 o'clock the next morning. So obviously, the right thing to do is the coaches to give us that day because we already lose that day.
Right.
So give us a day to recover, rest, do whatever we do. We're back in practice on Wednesday. That's a full practice. Then Thursday is another full practice, kind of. And then Friday we're walking through and Saturday we're playing again. As a leader.
A really good football team.
A really
Right.
good football team.
Right.
Absolutely. And we had to come play Naz, who was just a champions, 2 years ago, respectfully, if I'm saying that right.
You are.
And so we have to be ready. We can complain, we can moan, we can lick our wounds and all those things, or we could just be like, man, we're built for it. We're built for it and we're ready for it. And we can show the league who we are and we can all come together and we can embrace the fact that they built this kind of schedule for us because, honestly, do I got to say it out loud?
No.
They understand that this is a dangerous roster, and we're coming to play. And as a leader, I'm not going to let my guys in the locker room be like, coach is working. This week of practice is too hard, and we just got off the plane. And pressure is a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. You're a gunslinger. You're one of the 21. You're one of the 25. If you can't accept this, if you can't be a part of this, there's 15 other teams in the league that you can go play for respectfully. And I'm not saying that in a rude way, but our expectations are here where everybody else's expectations might be here or aiming for here. And again, if you take offense to that, you take offense to that. But the bottom line is that me as a leader and what Coach Manas has asked me to do is for me to hold myself to that high level and to expect the same out of my teammates. I've been on championship teams. I've lost championships. I've won championships. Not on this level, and that's why I'm here. And let me shout out ZB real quick. I lost a championship with ZB, unfortunately, to the man sitting right next to me.
Aww.
But he knows what it's like, to play an 18-week season with no bye weeks.
Yep.
Okay? And me and ZB, I don't think there was ever a single moment when we were on the Carolina Cobras that we complained about what we were going through and that we had to play 16 games straight.
Yep.
All right, we leaned on each other, and we expected the same out of our team, and I'm so grateful to have that man on my team right now. Just let me tell you right now, he's a leader to the highest level. So shout out ZB, that's my guy.
Can't dance.
We're so lucky to have him. Just understand, y'all, Pressure is a privilege. I'm going to be preaching that to my guys. There's no room for complaining when you're one of the 21, when you're one of the 25. This is the team to be a part of, and every team is going to feel us as we reign through the country this year.
So you have the privilege of having communication in a locker room setting with a player. You. So,
well, not me.
So if you ever come in my locker room, I'm kicking your ass.
I understand.
So,
wow.
So the thing about it is that when you walk in to a room, it's easy to spot where there's an issue in a locker room. There's a little huddle, griping, captain's jobs, disband it, figure it out, address the issue. If it's merited, it'll come to me anyway. If it's not merited, they'll take care of it. I can tell you if we're going to win on Saturday on the Tuesday morning meeting. It's all body language. Eye contact, body language. And if you have bad body language, that's the first thing we have to rectify by Wednesday, right? Because something's going on. And if you can cure the body language thing, I think that is probably the biggest indicator to me that I will not play you if you're rolling your eyes. I call palms up. Play ends and you can do one of these. What? Like, not me, right? Palms up or rolling eyes and all that kind of stuff. We just need guys that, like DJ's talking about, not just the captains and not just the team. You know, I'm not talking, hey, you don't win championship with your 21. You win your championship with like the last 3 guys that made your team.
Right. It's who's healthy. It's the last most healthiest team.
Not so much that.
It's just those guys are the grit guys. Those guys are the ones that will pump everybody up. Those guys are the guys that will do anything to win because they haven't had a pedigreed life or they haven't had a pedigreed career, but they're willing to die for you. And it's always that. Do you agree on that?
I'm ready to run through a wall for you, Coach.
Yeah.
You know I got you, man.
No, but
like,
I'm saying it's
no
not
pun
even,
intended.
It's not even the superstars. It's the guys that you wouldn't suspect to be in superstars. Right?
Your son just chimed in saying exactly that. Got everyone ready to run through a wall tonight, fellas. Champs or bust.
Yeah.
And Zach was responding to DJ saying, "You already know I'm coming, bro. No excuses."
The only excuse Zach has is the way he dances.
Right.
Other
right.
than
You
that,
had mentioned that earlier.
Zach had some good celebrations, Coach. Don't sleep on him. He has some good ones.
Well, he needs to work on his game because what he's putting on the internet is horrible. It's embarrassing. And I love Zach, but holy cow, I'm ready to get him lessons. Okay, so we talked about all this. Now, I want to go a little inner circle for a minute. Not getting specifics, but one of the first things that we did was we built 2 chat rooms, right? We built a chat room for just players. And then we built a chat room for players, front office, coaches, trainers, in case we had to do information exchange. Hey, we're going to be practicing his time, or hey, I put out a welcome letter, or here's your hotel address, or here's your flight times, or whatever. How is it going on the private chat? What kind of activity? Because I don't ask. I never ask, and I don't want to know. But I mean, if you were to gauge it attitude-wise and the way people are, the players are coming together, how would you rank it?
No, this is the first time you've asked. Honestly, this is really the first time he's asked, and it's been going amazing for real. I mean, the guys have just been coming together. I mean, we don't just talk about football. I mean, we're just talking.
Right.
We're just talking. We're just engaging. We're talking about the Super Bowl. We're talking about, we're wishing everybody a happy birthday. We're, all these things where it's just already bringing us closer together before we even come to camp. As far as guys already getting together to watch film outside of the coaches, I mean, you guys don't even know. And there's guys already, hey, let's get on Zoom. Let's start watching film because some of these guys have already played in the IFL.
Right.
So, that is huge. And we've had great response in the player chat. And
but that's part of the culture, right? Creating family.
Absolutely.
Because there's no way you're going to create family in 10 days in camp. That ain't going to happen. It's not. It never will, and it's a bad idea if you're a coach and you think you can create family in that short amount of time because there's no trust, there's no communication. I don't know your fiance. I don't know his little girl. I don't know that Sam's baby's getting ready to come. Right. I don't know this. I don't know that. When you have that built up over the course of months and months, when you finally see that person, whether you've ever met him physically or not, you already know him. and you already know his mindset, and you already know all the things. And I'm sure you guys have not only all the personal stuff talked, actual football. Hey, this is what our goal is. Hey, this is what our thing is.
Yes, sir.
And if you keep, there's my grandson and my beautiful wife. So if you do that, that's the, I think that's the basis, the center point of everything.
Yes, sir.
Because you will quit on a teammate.
I agree with you.
You will not quit on family.
I agree with you. And you appointed your leaders, and those leaders, and you know what I've noticed, even though you've appointed leaders, is that you have many leaders on this team, Coach.
Tons.
You have many leaders on this team. Yeah, you appointed some guys to be the leaders, but you have guys that are already showing leadership qualities and voicing their voices. Yep. And that is showing in the players' chat as well. We are setting the expectation. You communicate with me, hey, you want the players to know this or whatever it is, and then I'll communicate it. Sam will communicate it. C-Lou will communicate it.
Right.
Whatever it is. And the guys are responding so well to that, and they understand.
Right.
And, some of these guys are brand new to arena football. Some have played for, a number of years. And this is the first team that I feel like that everybody is on the same page before we even get there. And I think that is huge.
Right.
Because it's only it's like we're going to get into that locker room on day one. It's going to be like some guys already know each other, but it's like we're all already going to kind of know each other because of this players chat that we've created.
Right.
And it's just such a great aspect that we've already placed out there. You're going to have a lot of leaders on this team, Coach. I mean, I know you've appointed some.
Well,
but
I don't have the hard job.
Yeah.
Because the 3 captains get to pick the 4th captain. You got the hard job. Now, my thing is, the reason I do that is, and the reason that we do the way we do it is, it takes some of the pressure off of the other guys too. I tell people this all the time. It is very, very hard to wear that C on your chest if you take that job seriously. It's a thankless job. It is a thankless job to wear that C. You work harder than everybody. By example, you have to be the guy that the expectation is set at, the bar is set at. You have to do extra work. You have to make sure that, hey, if I walk in our brand new locker room in our facility and it's a mess, I ain't yelling at the players. I'm yelling at the captains. Okay? If there's something left out and it's inappropriate or this gets out, I'm going to address the captains. The captains can address the players.
And you had actually talked about that in a previous appearance about the 50,000,
30,000.
30,000.
Yeah. And they have ownership. Like DJ has ownership in the San Antonio Gunslingers. All right. CeeLo has ownership. Sam has ownership. And these are guys that, with that ownership comes great responsibility.
Yep. They have the authority and the responsibility.
I can tell you right now, guys, if you don't like what you're hearing and you're on my roster, you give me a call tonight and I'll make sure I get you sent someplace, because it's hard to play here. It's hard to play here because it's not all words. This isn't just talk. We're going to actually do everything we're saying we're going to do. We're going to struggle the way we're going to struggle. We're going to be successful the way. What did I tell you yesterday? I said, if we've done our job right, we're going to have so much fun over the next 5 months. Not only that, but we're going to have fun with not only that, but also we're on the air. So, thank you.
Coach is popular.
We're gonna go ahead and forget what I was gonna say now, but we're gonna have fun while we win.
Absolutely.
And we're not gonna win and dread going to work every day. We're gonna enjoy going to work every day, and that's what I want for DJ and all the 40 competitors in camp. I want you to be happy about coming to work every day. I want you to feel like you got value and your value is appreciated. And like we always say, we may not be the NFL, but we're going to give you an NFL experience.
Absolutely. And I want to add to that point, Coach. I remember this. I'm going into my 5th year, and I'm so grateful for it. I remember my rookie year playing for the Philadelphia Soul in the AFL in 2019. Yep. And I was just a young buck. I was 24 years old, and I was sitting in that locker room with guys like Darius Money Reynolds and Darius Prince and Jordan Williams and Aaron Washa and BJ Bunn and all these guys that were tremendous players. And I just remember sitting there and learning from these guys and just remembering that someday I'm gonna be in that position. I'm gonna get my chance to be a captain. I'm gonna get my chance to be a leader, because I was learning from these guys and I highly respected these guys, and they taught me arena football in a short amount of time. And it helped me take off. And now that I'm here and Coach Manasseh has given me this opportunity, I was a captain of the Cobras as well. And I was also captain in Orlando. It came later in the season. But this is the first time actually walking in to when, I've been appointed a captain. And I'm just so grateful for it because I have so much more experience, and I've learned from a coach's side and from a player's side to successfully and effectively lead these guys in a way that's like, hey, I'm your ally. I'm not above you. I am absolutely your ally. I have experience, and I want to show you guys what it takes to be successful in this game and to be the best leader I can for you guys. And that's just something that I'm just so grateful to walk into this season for, to as well as be a high performer, but also be a captain for this team. Is just something that's huge for me. So in my 5th year, this is huge, and I just can't wait. I'm so excited. It's come full circle for me, and it's just big for me. I just had to express that.
Yeah, no, thank you. I know we're going a little long here, but I wanted to say one thing. I do it a little different when I announce captains before camp, right? And some people take it the wrong way. But again, we're a character-based team, so I'm not doing it on his football side. I'm doing it on his character side, right? That's how do you find it helpful to be embedded as the captain prior to, months ahead of time? Do you see that it helps your leadership with your football team, with them knowing that you are one of the 3 selected leaders? Does it take away a little bit of the learning curve when you're dealing with a younger player?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I presented to the guys that, like, I'm your captain, it wasn't like, I'm your captain. It was more just like, I'm your captain from experience, you guys. I just want you guys to know that I've been in this game, and I'm here for you guys, and I'm going to show you the way, as well as I'm going to be going through all these challenges with you. I'm not above you guys. I'm your teammate. I'm your ally. And I'm your friend. I'm your brother. I'm your family member at this point in time. So again, I know I'm reiterating myself. I'm not above you. And I just feel like that has helped me get that point across to the team, because that is how I presented it to all of my guys. I reached out to everybody individually, and I wanted them to know that exactly, that I'm not above you. That I'm just, I've been appointed by the coach because of my experience, because of the relationship that I have with Coach Manas, but it's also because of what I've experienced in this game, and I hope that you guys will trust me to lead you in this game. And I'm going to prove that with my words, with my voice, but as well with my performance on the field.
And character.
And my character, yes, sir.
That was the issue. Like I'm telling you guys, because I could have easily picked 3 guys that won that championship in 22. No, and my
you could have.
Yeah, I know I could have. But my thing is this: I want to make sure that the players understand, the fans understand, that when we use the term character above all, and then we use the term God, family, football, those aren't just words. That's our mantra. So we live that. We live that every day. And when we fail to live up to that expectations, we coach up each other and remind each other that we have to get back to it, because we're not perfect.
Yes, sir.
And that's the best part of it. Well, hey, thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on.
We're
Always
close.
a pleasure.
Yeah. We're close, y'all. I hope you're getting the itch like I am. It's about that time.
All right, buddy. We're going to go. Thanks.
All right, this has been, guns up, absolutely. Showing the way there.
Sit for a second.
Showing the way there. This has been the second quarter live from the Freeman Coliseum, 75th running of the Stock Show and Rodeo here in San Antonio. We'll be back with the third quarter in just a moment.
Hey San Antonio, are you tired of the same old chain pizza that tastes like cardboard? I thought we were done eating paper in school. Maybe not. It's up to you. At Matanga's, we bring you flavors that are authentically Texan. We're talking about fresh dough that we made in store every single day. We're talking about cheese that's shredded in store for that authentic cheese flavor. We're talking about brisket because this is Texas, y'all. We're talking about our Texas rolls. Can't get those anywhere else. We're talking about Texas ranch because when you put jalapenos and ranch together and you dip it in with pizza, just drink it. Lastly, we got a pothole pizza because we had to name a pizza after our roads. You know what I'm talking about. Can't wait to see you soon. Find a Matanga's near you.
It's like literally like hockey and football had a baby.
Type of action you'll never see in the NFL.
Let's go Gunslingers, let's go baby, woo!
That's the best entertainment there is. Once you've been to a game, you're gonna get hooked.
welcome back to the Freeman Coliseum and the start of the third quarter now in the hot seat between Coach and I, the president of the club.
The man.
The myth, the legend.
Yes, sir.
That's James Stubbe.
Well, welcome, James.
With the beard.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, hey, one of the things that we've been talking about in the office is I think we've already doubled our season ticket sales from last year.
Triple, quadruple. Yeah.
Triple, wow. Okay.
I'm going to tweak this, just bring this up. Yeah.
So thank you so much to the fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks you for making that happen.
Yeah, and that's...
Tell your other friends.
Yep.
Tell your other relatives.
So tell us, I guess, if you were to give a state of the team from a business standpoint, not so much the football side of it. How would you approach it?
I think that we said at the beginning of the season everything was going to elevate.
Correct.
Right.
And I'm seeing it across the board, from season ticket sales to interest in partnerships, in group packages. I'm expecting once we open up single ticket sales, it's going to really blossom. So we've got about a month left of season ticket sales that we're trying to focus on. And once that's wrapped up, we're off to the races. So everything's moving forward in a way that, I said 4X. It's definitely way bigger than last year, and that's across the board in terms of interest in what we're doing, media, all the different aspects of our business. Everybody's, it's just amping up. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
We're ready to explode.
Yeah, I think everyone's excited. April 6th game here soon enough. Even the suites, I guess the suites are almost gone.
Oh, yeah, they're almost gone.
Yeah, and talking to the fans, the one thing that I got here a little early at the rodeo and was visiting with a couple people, and, they came up right away, how much is this, and can I get that? And price is never an issue. It's funny because we have season tickets as low as $9, right? But that's not our sweet spot. Everyone's buying bigger than that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Everybody wants front row, lower level.
Yeah. So that's the interesting part about it. And tell us about the special days we have during the season for the people that are interested. Maybe they can only make a couple games this year.
Well, we got Fiesta, April 18th. Opening game, which is going to be dedicated to high school football. We've got the Military Appreciation Night, 5/18.
That's going to be fun. Yeah.
We've got Superhero at the end, like we did last year. First responders. Whiteout.
Yep.
Something we're doing.
Yeah, we're going to do a whiteout where we wear our away uniforms home and white out the entire arena with towels and all that good stuff.
So,
yeah,
a lot of fun nights.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's for a family, you can't beat that. I mean, where are you going to get that kind of value and entertainment? Not to mention the giveaways and all the fun stuff that goes with that. So, okay, now if we transition, the one thing that I saw, me and you probably saw the most of in the last 45 days is all of a sudden the corporate sponsors. Now, the guys that we were banging on the doors and banging, they're starting to answer our calls, and we're having conversations with bigger and better companies that want to get involved with us, not only today, but long term. They see our sustainability. That's the confidence they have in you and Don is, hey, we know we're going to be here 3 years from now. Hey, we know they're going to be there. So tell us about how a company, let's say, a middle class mom and pop can get involved with us and still have a benefit.
Yeah, I think when I look at a package for a smaller company, it's a dashboard with your brand, and then tickets, of course, for the owners to come and enjoy. And then we also include the game program advertisement, a website listing, a social media post.
Wow.
And we don't just put out your logo on the social media. We actually work with your team. What are you trying to sell? What are the things you're trying to convey? What is your, we help people become marketers through these mechanisms because most people don't know what to do with it. And we ask them, okay, so what would you like for your message? And they don't know. They don't know what to say. And we're like, all right, well, let's ask a couple of questions here. What are you trying to, what is your, year goal for your business? What are the things you're trying to move? And then we help them get into that space.
I got to say that's a huge aha, because a lot of people will come and like, yeah, I want to advertise, I want to associate with, but without the, okay, so what do I do? I have this space, what do I do? Do I just say my name over and over and the phone number 3 times and that's good? If you become a partner with the Gunslingers, you're actually becoming a partner with the experience of John Wayne's service company behind it.
That's right.
And if you like their advertising and their branded, you're getting that expertise with the money spent, because you can spend the money, you can make an ad.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too.
And try to find somebody to shoot it, and we've got that.
I sat down with it was the insurance company, no, the camper company that we were talking. Yes, great people over there, and we were starting to talk about how we can help them even more in being a partner with us about producing a commercial. And
shout out to Keaton.
We can, so we can do all that in house, and and just doing more and more and more, and it's palatable. I mean, people want to do business where people care that not only they benefit, that they're benefiting you. I use that term all the time. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be a blessing, right? So we want to be a blessing to companies, right? Yeah. And give way more than we get. And trust me, we do. We do, because I watch this guy put together these formulas, and you get a tremendous value for your money. And that's the nice thing when you're not knocking on doors with a cup in your hand, you can give a real business deal to a partner.
That's right.
And so, yeah, I applaud you guys, especially you, James. You put these. Now, we talked about smaller. We had some big ones, too.
Absolutely.
Right? You want to talk about those?
We're doing like title sponsor of the game, title sponsor of the season, field sponsor, field logos everywhere. And we put together some very big packages this year.
Yeah.
And,
there's some big companies. I mean,
absolutely.
Fall off your tongue, big name companies that are in I guess, how would we put it? They're in competition with each other.
Yeah, and there's the final positioning that's going on.
It's it's like any negotiation, right? When the bigger you get, the longer the negotiation. But we're going to end up ultimately having 1 or 2 of those partners be with us. And then I always warn them, be careful for being lackadaisical, because next year it's going to be expensive.
Well, and I like to I like to tell people, look, we're at a certain level today.
Right.
Next year, when we really do a great job this year and we win the championship, we are going to be a different price level next year. Would you rather be in with us today and we'll increment you, or you're going to come talk to us in a year and we're going to be like that much higher up? And
100%.
Yeah, because we are still in.
That's not boasting.
What's phase 1 of marketing? Not everyone in this town knows our name yet. When they do, you're paying for everyone in this town knowing your name and getting your name associated with it. It's much, much cheaper now, because we're going to elevate, we're going to grow. Mm-hmm. We ain't Cheers yet, where everyone knows your name, but we're heading there.
I've been in cities where our goal was to capture 5% of the population, right? I want you to think about if we capture 5% of the population of San Antonio.
You couldn't seat them.
We couldn't seat them.
That's one.
We couldn't service them.
We could move to the Frost Bank Center, and then we'd still be out of room.
Right. So
that's 100,000 people.
My point is you're never going to get, and I've done this in Toronto and New York and everywhere, you're never going to get 100% of the people go, oh, I know who you guys are, and I know who you guys are.
Right.
But the ones that you want to capture are the passionate ones, right? You want to capture the passionate fan, and then they do all the heavy lifting for you, because they bring people to the games, and they, talk about all their good successes and everything they need to do. We can just continue on in that path, and I love the term elevate, because it reminds me of my term I use in football, which is escalator, not elevator. Elevators only go one way, up or down, right? An escalator, though, you can have a little time to keel up, do some more,
plateau,
get better every day, And that's, I think, if you were to ask us, that's what we're trying to do as an organization. For sure.
And I think we're loyal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
If you join us today, we're not going to abandon you when things are, the horizon is opening up for us. We're going to carry you along.
Right.
And I'm all about being a good partner, and that rising tide lifts all boats. And I want everybody's boat to lift that is in with us now. I want to see that happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Next year.
100%. Well, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Same.
He handles the business side. I try to act busy.
No. This guy's, he's down below my office. I hear him all day long talking to lots of people and keeping them motivated.
Yeah.
Football.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing is that we're so close now. From a football standpoint, the hay's in the barn. What we get is what we get coming to camp, you know. So anything we can do collectively, not only as an organization, but as our fans, I implore you to bring a friend to practices, bring a friend to the ticket office, bring a friend to a game.
Share the post.
Share the post, share everything, share our social media. Hey, listen, Don and James could put a team anywhere they want in this world. They chose San Antonio and the community in San Antonio. And as long as San Antonio keeps supporting the football team, we're going to have long-term success. So I encourage everybody to understand. Pick up the phone, call James. He answers his phone. He answers his emails. He will get you a great deal if you're a business, or if you even want to get a fancy ticket package, he'll put you in the right place.
I'll do you right.
Yep.
So in addition to season season tickets and corporate partnerships, in the middle is group packages. And that's like, you take over a section of the seating for a game, and it's all about you. If you're a group of 50 or more, we're going to put out a banner in front. We're going to give you a PA announcement. We're going to make it a special night for everybody there.
Yeah.
And so there's a new section on the tickets pull down on our website. Go check it out. Group tickets. Fill it out. Let us know you're interested, and we'll work to make it work.
And what would that website be?
That is SanAntonioGunslingers.com. But the smaller packages, we'll take care of you. I just, trying to encourage people to go big, but, we'll make it an experience for all of the people that come that night, and everybody will have a blast.
Yeah, that's the thing. You couldn't afford to have a private party like this with this kind of entertainment.
No.
You can't go to a UFC fight. You can't go to an NFL game. Look at the Super Bowl, how much that was.
You'll never touch the field on that.
Right. You can't go to an NBA game anymore.
Right.
All right. So, I mean, you factor in all these things, and you say, where am I going to get this kind of entertainment? And we're going to work out something special in that Thursday night game too, right? That we'll be announcing here in the next couple of weeks.
The Fiesta game.
The Fiesta game. So, yeah, everybody, we want everybody to know, if you have any questions, you can always pick up the phone and call, or you can email us, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Well, thanks, boss. Appreciate you coming on, as always.
Appreciate you guys.
And
always holding up this show and keeping it going.
Yeah.
Giving fans a lot of information. I love it.
It's going to get a lot.
Proud to be
it's going to get a lot more transparent in the next couple of weeks.
A lot more intense.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. But thanks again. All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll head into the fourth quarter here when we return live from the Freeman Coliseum and the 75th running of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. This is Branded.
Quality. Here at John Wayne, it's not just a word, it's our foundation. From the people we employ, to the service that's provided, to the equipment that we design and install, quality matters. For nearly 20 years, providing quality Texas comfort to the San Antonio area communities has been our highest priority. For quality you can count on, call John Wayne today.
How does a site work company with nearly 50 years of success maintain growth and integrity? It's simple. We employ strong leaders who ensure that each project is executed with teamwork and dedication. At Chapman Brothers, we believe in fostering innovation while upholding our unwavering commitment to quality. Join us as a manager, estimator, or supervisor and become a driving force behind our legacy. Apply now to be part of a company that values both its history and the path ahead. Chapman Brothers, where growth and integrity meet excellence.
Hi, this is head coach Tom Manas of the San Antonio Gunslingers. I'll tell you what, right now is the best time in the world to buy your season tickets. 2024 is going to be historic. For $9, starting at $9 a month. How can you beat that? Can you believe it? $9. Don't make me come down there and send you off to the train station.
And welcome back to the Freeman Coliseum. Ralph Judkins along with Tom Manas and two special guests as Branded. The fourth quarter rolls on.
Well, guess who came down? Miss Susan and little Eli.
Hi, everyone. Yeah.
Say hi, Eli. You want to say hi to Mama? Mama's at home. She didn't get to come on this trip. There's Miss Steph and Mr. James. Yep.
And this is the first time.
This poor kid has been up since 4:30 this morning.
And this is the first time he's hamming it up. He is a natural on camera.
He is a natural.
And he has been on camera. This is his first time being back on camera since the championship in 2022.
Right.
You brought him out on the field to celebrate the moment.
Yeah.
There's iconic pictures of that.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, see how much he's grown up? He's gotten bigger.
Yes, he has.
All right, Hambone.
He's gotten a lot sillier, too.
So, anyway, you know what? Susan flew in today with Eli, and they, we've been going all crazy.
He's stolen the show, Coach.
He's stealing the show. He's quite the Hambone. He's having fun out at the ranch right now.
Excellent.
I think he caught a lizard already, and rode scooters and.
Got to take him bass fishing.
He's been
bass fishing.
He's eyeing the jacuzzi. That's what he's doing now.
We actually went fishing just down the hall there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went fishing today, didn't you?
What'd they have in there? I didn't get a chance to look.
They were only about that big, and nobody was hungry.
Well, in technical terms, there's a lot of fishing pressure over there.
I'll put your hand
A lot of opportunities, and the fish, not interested.
Yeah, they weren't really hungry, but Elijah held a white rat snake today.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So we got to hold a snake.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Welcome to Texas.
We went over to the carnival, and he got to ride some rides.
Yep.
We had fun.
Sure did. Yeah.
He wants to go home.
He's so tired, the poor kid.
Everything dangerous and venomous outside of Australia lives in Texas.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
It'll pick you, poke you.
Yeah.
And he wants to go back to the house to see if that salamander is still there.
Oh,
That's what he wants.
It's probably changed colors, Eli. They do that.
Don't pick your nose on TV.
Number one rule.
Yeah, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but
you
you
all
can't
done?
pick your
Yeah,
friend's
he's done.
nose.
All right,
so let's go to a commercial. We'll come back and we're going to talk a little football.
We're all done. No, don't step in the popcorn.
Let's see here.
Well, you get what you get when you get a 4-year-old.
Live show.
Yeah, live show. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, this is head coach Tom Manas of the San Antonio Gunslingers. Hey, for those of you that don't know, we have the #1 show in indoor football. That's right, #1 coaches show in indoor football on every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you tune in. Find out the latest news. Meet some of the players. Hey, have fun with it. We want you involved in our show. That's why we're #1.
2, 1. And Eli's back. That was his back as he was walking away.
I'll just tuck this in
yeah,
and we'll get close.
We got the chair. You can add another check mark for the
chair.
chair.
Boy.
As the fourth quarter rolls on here from the Freeman Coliseum, we have a trivia question in honor of the late Toby Keith's passing. One of his big breakout hits was Should Have Been a Cowboy. It's Should Have Been a Cowboy for the trivia question. Go ahead and make the introduction.
All right. So what are we going to give away today?
I don't know. What are we giving away? What do we got to give away, folks? We got a giveaway going. I'm going to tug on. What do we got to give away? What are we giving away? Whatever we want to give away.
All right. We have such a crack staff here.
A guest shot on the Branded Coaches Show.
No. Here's what we'll do. We'll give away a jersey pack.
A jersey pack?
Yeah, so it'd be a few jerseys and a couple hats.
Okay, no new jersey, just a jersey pack. Got it.
Jersey.
Yeah, jersey pack. Okay.
All right, so here's the question. There's a very popular cowboy.
Yes.
Who has been classified as a cowboy not only in one part of his life, but in 3 parts of his life.
Right.
Okay? And he played in the NFL. He played Division I football. And he was also a professional rodeo participant.
3 times a cowboy, folks.
Who was it?
And while we're waiting for the responses to come in, and
Hey.
I don't think the internet's going to help them too much this time.
Nope.
Yeah, we made this one tricky.
Let's do some Q&A. Did we have
Didn't
anything?
get any questions.
Okay.
Did get a comment from James Bernier saying the growth he's seen from this organization over the last 2.5 years has been amazing. Truly the grind that needed to be successful in this industry. Mad respect. In fact,
Thanks,
so much respect. He said earlier, God, I so want this matchup in August. Much respect from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
respect is earned.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would love that.
Yep.
I watched Gibby on his show.
Yeah.
And he said, he was talking about how tough the West is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a chore. I mean, it's going to be one of those blessed seasons for it to come out the way we want it to come out. But that's why we pray. So, yeah. No, I'm looking forward to the competitiveness. Great
There's 14
coaches.
other teams that would beg to differ and disagree.
No, they're great coaches.
Oh,
over
wait.
there,
I think we have a winner.
though. Really? Who from, first of all?
It would be Texas Pete. And I told you it was going to be an older guy.
Okay.
It was going to be somebody who wasn't.
So who did he say?
He said Walt Garrison.
That's absolutely correct.
And Texas Pete goes one further. He says, like Hamlet, I knew him, but not Horatio. He just said that he knew him.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, he's the guy who made famous just a pinch between my cheek and gum. He was.
Just a late answer. Steve Grimes came in with Walt Garrison.
Second, hey, hold on. Second place, you don't even bring up. I mean, you're the first loser. Okay.
Yep.
So what I'm saying, though, is Walt Garrison, successful rodeo career, played at Oklahoma State, which their mascot is what?
The Cowboys.
Right, and then he played for the Dallas Cowboys. So he was a Cowboy 3 times, and a long-time guy with Skoll and Copenhagen and all that. But we'll get you out of the pack. We'll make sure they know to get it out there. So.
I got to put Texas Pete's next comment up. He says, "Geezers rock."
Geezers rock.
I'm good.
Well, you're talking to the geezer who came up with the question. Yeah. So yeah, no, I totally agree. So do you want to run a roll call? See if give some love to everybody that chimed in.
Okay, I certainly can do that. From the top, missions highlighter checked in, Mark Yamaguchi, Texas Pete, of course. And Quan Murray, I had him in. Weston Cole, he's sitting beside me. Mo Ferrante, Jeremy Skull, Zach Brown, of course.
Nice.
And let's see here, moving. Vinny Gregory, XFL Mike G on AFN. Karen Craven, Iman Caldwell. We mentioned James Murrier. And Jeffy Jeckham popped in a couple times. Quante Battle. And I think that is it. Of course, I mentioned Phil Manas.
Yep.
Dante Eldridge, Tina Myers, Haddad. Yeah, let's see. Still going. It's hard to stare stuff. Jimmy on Twitter, X checking in. And we had Steve Grimes and Dave Williams.
Nice.
Dave Williams, NYS. And that's everyone that checked in for the show.
Right. So, we were talking about how we were going to wrap up the show earlier.
Right.
Right. And just kind of going over, we were going to talk about the trivia. We're going to talk about, make sure we covered all the bases, letting everyone know. I just want to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who's been watching the show and commenting and even watching it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We appreciate it. I'm sure we're going to be well over 30 some odd thousand views by the middle of next week, which is staggering since we haven't played one down of football yet. Right.
16 episodes, not a single down of football.
Right.
But I get this feeling there's a lot more people watching us than are ever willing to admit.
Oh, well,
if they're smart, they would be.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. I got to learn to shut up, right? I mean, but
well, I was eyeballing you for the last 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is, it's funny because the one thing that you can do if you really want to get in someone's head is tell them what your goals are or what your plan is for them, right? Because then they're going to start looking inside and saying, well, why is he so confident that he's going to do this this and this? What does he know that we don't know? Or is he just delusional? Either way, living rent-free
in
someone's brain, right? But I truly believe this team, for whatever reason, is going to be built on, the God family football philosophy. But the best part of it is since September to today, is having an opportunity in a forum to give our testament every day on how much we love God, how much we appreciate everything, how grateful we are, and all that. And then the second part of that is about our families and how we care about them, and how we, not just the blood family. Like, I consider you family. We're not blood, but you're family. And those bonds sometimes can be tighter than anything, right? And then, of course, football. And I can't tell you how many people in the industry and out of the industry that just watch it from the periphery are coming back and saying, wow, what a roster. Wow, what an organization. Wow, what owners. It's flattering. It's humbling and it's flattering. But if we don't do anything with it, it's also sinful.
Right. Well, I have to say, if I can, I don't ever, this isn't ever about me. But the last time you had a chance to put a roster together, not in 10 days, you won a championship in 10 days, with literally putting a team together in 10 days. The last time you put a roster together, not only did you win a championship, you did it losing exactly how many games? The entire season in 2022. Yeah. And
I think my record is like 21-5.
Oh, in
indoor football,
indoor
as a head coach now.
Right.
Yeah. In the last, since 2021. So, no, it's actually worse than that because I had the dark side in 23. It would be 6. But the point, go ahead.
My point is, in this, you've had a chance to put together a roster. You've had a chance to put together a camp. You've had the opportunity to create. We talked about the players' side chat not being shielded. You had DJ Myers as one of the 3 designated captains. It's so smart to designate in advance, so they walk in. If anyone questioned the responsibility and authority they had, there's no doubt for that.
Right.
How much more are you, or how far ahead are you, how much more confident are you, given the resources you've had here? And you were fairly confident starting in 22. And believe me, I watched all the shows. You were fairly confident going into 22 what the result was going to be. Same level of confidence at least?
More.
Okay.
Because, and it's not taking anything away from 2022 team.
No.
They were incredible athletes, incredible men. What it has to do with is Don Rackler.
Yeah, the support.
No, I mean, I don't even think you can fathom what I'm about to say. But at this level, when your owner comes up to you, unsolicited, and he says, what else do you need to be a champion?
Right.
And I go, nothing. You've given me everything I could possibly ask for.
And because Don's a servant leader, that's exactly the question you ask. What do you need to succeed? His job's to provide it for you.
I've never had that.
And you've just guaranteed success.
I've never had that.
Yeah.
I don't care who wants to balk at it or whatever. I used to fight for an extra pair of shorts. Okay? So I don't care what BS they want to put out there, is that I never had that. I never had an owner come to me and say, what do you need to be a champ? What else do you need?
Right.
This is after an abundance of everything. And I just gave him a hug and I said, you don't owe me anything. Now it's my job.
It started with you coming here.
Right.
It started with who do you want for your coaches?
Yep.
It started with how do you, what do you, and what about this? And okay, this here, this here, this here, this here, this here. Yes.
Right. I mean, Ralph, I don't even know how to put it into words when, I work every day with James. Like James and I, we literally, our offices are almost connected, right?
There's no wall between you.
And
there's a floor, but no wall.
But the thing about it is we work together every day. We meet every day. We talk hundreds of times a week. We formulate plans. We do all those kinds of things. So I get to spend a great deal of time with James. The reason James and I work is James dots the I's, crosses the T's, and, I move the big boulders, okay, from the football side, and he handles the finesse of the business side. And then when I get with Don, it's one where I'll always respect him as our primary owner. I will always respect him and Miss Pam, because Miss Pam was probably the most integral in me coming here, right? I don't know if people know that story, but...
Oh, you've actually said it on the show.
Yeah, we've said it. Okay.
Yeah, when they were on.
Yeah. So Susan asked me, she does little checks on me, because we're not together. We haven't been together in months, right? That's why I'm so excited she's here.
Yeah.
But when we were communicating and we were talking about certain things, she said, "Where do you think you're at?" She's my grounder. She'll tell me when I'm full of crap, and she'll tell me when I'm not. And she said, "Where do you think you're at with everything right now?" And I said, "I only have one mission." She said, "What's that?" And I go, "Win Don and Pam a ring. I don't care. You can keep my ring. You can keep anything. You can keep my championship bonus. I just want to win them a ring." And I mean that. And that's not me trying to be over humble or servitude or all those good things. That's not me saying that. It almost feels like a debt that has to be paid. Now, it's a self-inflicted debt.
Right.
Because
it's an obligation you take on.
It's an obligation, right.
Yep.
And I think when you truly love people, and I can say I love those two very much, it's not because of what they've given me. It's because the way they've treated me and my family in the process. This is the least stressful preseason I've ever had in my life. I'm just thrilled to death that they've given me the opportunity to hold the keys to this and do what I can do for it. So when you guys are coming to games and you're watching 21 football players play their hearts out, and it's exciting, and there's lasers and pyrotechnics and all that, just know that not one blade of grass would be there. Not one helmet would be there. Not one box of popcorn would be up in the stands if it wasn't for Don and Pam Rackler.
Yep.
So, I don't know a lot of coaches that feel that way about their owners, and I pray there's abundance of them, because I can tell you it's a hell of a feeling. It's a hell of a feeling. And, so I wanted to get that out there and give them their love their due, and let the fans know that we're getting really, really close. How many days are we actually to camp? Do you know? I got it in my calendar, but I want to say it's in the 20s now.
Yes.
I know the coaches are coming in the 4th. And then we're going to open up practices on the 16th to the fans. And the show prior, we're going to give out the location, we're going to give out the address, the times, and all that. And then we're going to do something really cool. We're going to keep a bulletin board, so to speak, on social media when practice times are, if they're open, if they're closed.
Publish the schedule.
But it'll change too.
Right.
So if it's raining out and we're going to go, instead of going at 9 in the morning, we're going to go at 1 in the afternoon, we'll post that. So we're going to keep a very transparent schedule for the fans, so if they want to get involved. And again, when you do finally get to come out, we're going to have merchandise there. We have our store. We have our ticket office there. The only thing is stay out of my office, please. But other than that, you're welcome, and you're going to see areas posted where fans are invited to be in areas where they're not, because we want to protect the privacy of the players too. So, but hope they're getting excited, because we are, and we're dangerously close.
Well, we'll come back for the meet and greet right after this
in
our final segment. And you are watching Branded live from the Freeman Coliseum, 75th running of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We'll be right back.
Hey Hey San Antonio, are you tired of the same old chain pizza that tastes like cardboard? I thought we were done eating paper in school. Maybe not. It's up to you. At Matanga's, we bring you flavors that are authentically Texan. We're talking about fresh dough that we made in store every single day. We're talking about cheese that's shredded in store for that authentic cheese flavor. We're talking about brisket because this is Texas, y'all. We're talking about our Texas rolls. Can't get those anywhere else. We're talking about Texas ranch because when you put jalapenos and ranch together and you dip it in with pizza, just drink it. Lastly, we got a pothole pizza because we had to name a pizza after our roads. You know what I'm talking about. Can't wait to see you soon. Find a Matanga's near you.
For generations, the family recipes at Carrabba's Italian Grill have been bringing people together. From the sweet smell of our scratch-made sauce to our rich layers of lasagna, we believe food made with love leads to tables filled with laughter. Dine with us or order out at carrabbas.com.
2023 has been a landmark year for the Indoor Football League. Our 15th season saw tremendous growth, both on and off the field. Bold steps towards a bright future, cutting-edge fan engagement, and powerful new partnerships. And we're just getting started. There will be more in 2024. Calculated growth, strong franchises, and the best indoor football on the planet. The IFL.
And we're going to wrap this one up here and send it home with another Gunslingers win for the meet and greet. Final segment is the Burr Under the Saddle segment. Coach, what's it this week?
Well, you know what? I guess the week off mellowed me, and I don't have one, but I think we have a compliment.
Oh, absolutely. I really want to take this moment, I'm not sure he'll ever see it, to thank Alex of Texas AVL, who helped us out in our hour of distress by getting us an extremely stable and powerful Wi-Fi connection where we're located. If I may bore some people technically, there's a repeater in the main Coliseum, and there's the Wi-Fi outside, and we're in the trench between. We're like at the bottom of the Grand Canyon here.
Right.
And he made that happen for us, and there have been no glitches, no problems. I hope absolutely no stoppage perceived. If there was a problem, it was on your end, folks, because we had a screaming connection here the whole time. Yeah. Thanks again to Alex of Texas AVL, who has saved so many broadcasts for us for the Gunslingers over the last 2 years. I couldn't say enough. So thanks again, Alex. No Burr, just thanks so much.
There you go.
Anything else before we sign off, Coach?
No, I don't think so. We'll be back at our regular time and regular location.
Back for the pizza.
Next week. What date would that be?
That would be the 28th.
28th. We will be at Matinga's at 7 p.m. Central Time. As we get closer, we're going to get a little bit. I think what we should do next week is we should make a really good push on having some players on and talking to them how their prep's going, where they're ready to go, what are their expectations of coming into camp, those kinds
Should we
of
ask
things.
DJ to pick them?
Probably not.
Okay.
Only because the logistics of it, is that I want to get some guys that maybe wouldn't normally be on, that are fighting for that 25-man spot, and let people hear their story. Because like I said, we all got a story, right? And stories are cool sometimes. So.
And I told you there are people listening that I wouldn't expect to be listening before we close this out. We had a James Dutch, who is a Northern Arizona Wranglers fan, saying, welcome to the IFL.
Thank you, James.
I'm sure the Wranglers will give us a very warm greeting when they come here on January 6th, and we find out who is the best in red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Love their logo, love their colors. No complaints there.
You want to bet? I'll bet you. I'll tell you what, if we, I don't use the word lose, but I'll bet you a football. How's that? You bring me something from northern Arizona. You bring it with you, and if we whoop you, you give me what you brought, and if you think you can whoop us, I'll give you a football.
Okay, the guy's name is James Dutch, and I expect he will message you on Facebook.
Yeah, he can
And
message
so-
me right now and
Yeah.
say yes or no. Don't be a coward, James.
Oh, I'm sure he's not a coward. Sure, he's not a coward.
I'm sure he's not either. I'm just I like having fun with guys like that. So
Well, he replied with a red, white, and blue, and that's a good sign.
All right,
This
good.
is the point in the show where I'm legally obligated, according to the Internet Bible, and it would void our extended warranty if we
Lord.
did not remind you to like, comment, subscribe, share, retweet, recommend, forsake all others, and
we
really,
beg. We're
really
begging.
like our show.
We're begging for likes. when you do
Absolutely
that.
begging for likes. Yeah, we are posing for cred.
Begging
And
for
we are,
likes.
yeah. We want to move the needle slightly, folks. Help us out. And you can tell how serious we are about it because we do this in the fourth quarter, actually at the end of the game, after the game is over and most people have already headed for the exit. Our next show, as you mentioned, Coach, is February 28th, and we do have a special modified moment here before we go.
Right. We got to change
Coach?
it up, right? Okay, so Miss Susan, I'll see you shortly. Little Eli, I'll kiss you tonight when I put you to bed. But Mila and Liliana, I love you. It's time to go to bed. Good night.
This has been Branded live from the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo for February 21st. As always, keep your guns up. Good night, everybody.